Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So for today's video, you've probably already seen it from the title, but I felt like doing something a little bit more chilled, a little bit more low-key, and just something that wasn't fashion content. I just fancied doing a little bit something different. So today's video is a Q&A. I posted a little question box on my Instagram stories earlier today, and I've had some really great questions come in so far, and I'm excited to just sit down, have a chat, and just answer some questions. I don't know, talk at the camera for a bit, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. So if you want to see a little Q&A session with me and just, you know, have a bit of a chill, maybe grab yourself a cuppa while you watch this, keep watching, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so I have just opened up my Instagram app. If you don't follow me, that's what my profile is. I will put my username on the bottom of the screen here so you can come and find me. But basically I just put a little question box on my stories and just said I feel like doing a Q&A. If you've got anything you really want to ask me, just put it in the box. So I've got a selection for this video. Yeah, I've started doing templates on my Instagram and I've seen some growth from it, so people seem to really like it. So yeah, if templates are your bag, go check out my Instagram because I've got some on there already, and I've created lots more on my Canva app. So yeah, if templates are your jam, you'll definitely like my Instagram. But anyway, that was a little digression. Yeah, so I just posted the box on my stories, and a lot of questions have come in actually, and I'm really excited to do this. I've never done a Q&A before on this channel, and I'm really excited. I've got my cup of tea. I've got a vanilla chai tea, which is my absolute favourite, so cheers. If you've got a cup of tea yourself, or a hot chocolate or whatever, cheers. So nice. I feel like I'm going to need a drink with this because I'm going to be doing a lot of talking. So let me find the little story and let's answer some questions, shall we? Okay, so I found the responses to the original story that I put up. I'm going to keep these anonymous. I'm not going to say who it's from unless I don't think they'll mind me saying who they are. But the first question that we've got is a quote that I live by. I think the best one would be, everything happens for a reason. I truly believe that. I really do think that things happen and then one thing triggers another, and it all happens for a reason. I really do think that. Yeah, I mean, there's several examples I can think of where that has been true. So probably everything happens for a reason, and then there's this other quote that goes around in our family and we all stick by it. It's some kind of like family code at this point, and that quote is, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Let's just say in my 21 years of life, I've had to put up with a fair load of shit, to be honest with you, and I've had some pretty damn right nasty people to deal with and put up with over the course of like my youth and stuff. So that, my mum told me that when I was about, what, 14-ish, when I was getting bullied at school, and she always said that, and she said that her uncle used to say it to her, and then she told it to me, and now I'm telling it to you guys, and that is, there's more than one way to skin a cat. And that is true. I really do think that is true, and leading on from that, probably, like, you know, karma will always come back and get you on the ass. I don't know if that's a quote, but that's probably the best way to explain that other quote if you've never heard of it before. It probably is a Midlands thing because most of my family is from the Midlands, so that probably explains that one. But yeah, that quote definitely is something I live by, because whenever I just feel like I've been wronged and, you know, had a shit card dealt, it's like, you know what, it's fine, like, karma will get them and it's not my fault, and somehow the injustice will get sorted out and we'll get, you know, we'll get even. So yeah, probably everything happens for a reason and there's more than one way to skin a cat. Those are probably two quotes that I definitely live by. Okay, so I'm having a little scroll, and the next question, now this is from my gal Soph. If you don't follow her, I'll put her YouTube channel in the description box because she hasn't long started it and she's doing so well. So this question is from my gal Soph, and it says, where do you see yourself in 5 years? PS, I miss you. Well, first of all, Soph, I miss you too, and I cannot wait to see you as soon as we are allowed out of our houses again, because we need another shopping trip, gal. But where do I see myself in 5 years? Well, hopefully I'll have graduated this year from uni. That would be a really good thing to come out of 2021 if I can graduate. I'm hoping for a second class honour, whether it's a 2-1 or a 2-2. I'm not setting too much pressure. I'll get whatever I get. But yeah, a second class something. I know I won't get a first because my first 2-year grades are too low because I've just struggled with it so much. But a second class something would be nice. So that's one. Ideally, I would love to have my own place for me and Theodore to go and live. If you're new around here, Theodore is my dog. I don't have a mysterious boyfriend that I've never shown on here. No, Theodore is my dog. He's a Cavapoo puppy. I'll put a picture of him on the screen. He's just my world. I absolutely love him. So yeah, I would love to move out and get my own place with Theo. That would be fabulous. Obviously, I'd like to have a job that I'm happy in. That would be nice as well. I don't know. I mean, since I was 10, the ultimate dream was to live in New York. So if there was a way to get to America in the next 5 years, then, you know, I'd obviously take it. If I could find a way to take the dog with me, then I would do that, because I still want to live in New York. It's still my favourite place ever, and that dream will probably never disappear. But honestly, I would be quite happy to stay in the UK for a bit longer while I've got Theo, and then maybe later on maybe think about going to America. But that's probably where I would see myself in 5 years, like having a job that I'm happy in and a career I'm happy with, graduating and having my own place, which I guess are probably like the typical things to say, but I honestly don't know what else I would say. Probably maybe to go travelling within the next 5 years. I have really found not being able to go on holiday and travelling really hard, so I would love to go and explore the world some more, because there's plenty of places on that bucket list that I want to go and see. Let's see. Oh, I like this question. Best and worst gigs you've ever been to. Okay, well, there's a lot of best ones, so that's going to take a bit of thinking, but in terms of the worst one, let's have a think. Let's have a sip of tea. I would say the worst gig I ever went to, it was in like 2017 or 18, I think, and I went to the I call it the LG Arena. It's in Birmingham, but I think it's changed names about 1 billion times now, and it's actually called like the Resorts World Arena now or something. If you're from the Midlands, you'll know what I'm talking about. Basically, it's one of the big arenas in Birmingham, in case you're not from here. I think it was an Emily Sandé concert. My mum really wanted to go, and I said I'll go with her. And I did like her songs, but honestly, it was so bad. Not her, because her voice is beautiful, but the crowd was just dead. And to me, there is absolutely nothing worse than going to a concert that's just got no atmosphere. Like, it was full of, like, I swear I was like the youngest person in my little seating block and in my area. I was literally the youngest one there. There was no atmosphere. Everyone was sat down. There was just no atmosphere. No one was dancing. You know, it just felt really dead. And I was sat there and I was like, oh my God, like, I want to get up. Like, I want to dance. Like, that's what you go to a concert for, to have some fun. And yeah, it was just so dead. Like, oh my God, never again. That was just so awful. In terms of the best gigs, honestly, let me think. There's probably, like, I could probably easily lay off a top 5. So not in any particular order, but number 1, Sweetener tour, Ariana Grande. I went twice. It was fucking brilliant, absolutely incredible. I got barrier for Birmingham and second row for London, which the London show is actually in Ariana's Netflix film. So yeah, fun fact. That was the show that I went to at the O2. It was absolutely incredible. The best way to spend a birthday, not gonna lie. I actually went on my actual birthday, which the stars aligned, and it was just the best birthday ever. So yeah, Sweetener World Tour. Probably, let's think, Camila Cabello at the O2 Academy. That was the day that I had a meet and greet with Camila, and honestly, she's the nicest person ever. Like, what you see online is what you get in real life. Like, she is so lovely, and she made time for everyone, like, for them to talk to her, and she gave really nice cuddles, by the way. Like, I had 5 of them. I will never forget that. Yeah, the 5 greatest cuddles of my life, honestly. Yeah, Camila Cabello, Ariana Grande, and let's think, this is probably going to sound really predictable. Let's think. Oh, I know, Pink at Wembley Stadium. Me and my mum went to that. It was in the middle of a heat wave in summer 2019, and we drove to Wembley. It was boiling hot, but oh my God, the concert was absolutely incredible. like at the end, like Pink was on like some kind of like zip wire, like not like a trapeze thing, but she was like harnessed up somehow, and she was literally flying around Wembley for the last song, and I was just there like, I was like, oh my god, I was literally speechless. It was absolutely amazing. I mean, the music was great, the atmosphere was sick, probably because half the people were drunk, to be honest, but best way to get through a concert. Yeah, that was pretty special. And then probably leading on from that, and again another Wembley Stadium one, probably Coldplay, because me and my mum have been wanting to see them for absolute years. We'd never seen them. She's loved them since like they first started out, like in like 2001 or whatever it was. So we went to Wembley to see them, and that was amazing. Like, we still talk about that concert now, and it was literally like what, 4 or 5 years ago. It was incredible. The whole like stadium was lit up because we all had these like wristbands, so that there was like a choreographed light sequence on the wristbands. It was sick. It was so sick. Yes, that was definitely a high moment. And then, oh, what would the fifth one be? This is really hard because I've seen so many people. I mean, in terms of nostalgia, probably seeing the Jonas Brothers live was pretty sick because, like, you know, childhood faves and all that. But honestly, part of me would have to say a Girls Aloud concert because they are still my favourite girl band ever, and I live and hope that one day we will get a reunion and they will come back and do like one last tour, and I'm just going to follow it around the country and, you know, see every single show, stand, camp out, get the barrier, etc. The whole shabam. I'm speaking it into existence. I'm going to manifest that shit. Yeah, Girls Aloud are literally my favourite band ever. I love them so much, and I was literally heartbroken when they split. So probably the greatest hits tour they did, which was the last tour they did before they went on hiatus. But yeah, that was pretty special, and I went to London for that, and it was so good. I think because everyone knew it was like the last one we could see for a long time, the atmosphere was just so incredible. So yeah, those are probably my best and worst concerts that I've ever been to. I know that was a really long-winded answer, I'm so sorry, but concerts and music are a massive part of my life, so yeah, that was obviously going to be a really long answer. What's the best thing that's come out of your Instagram for you personally? Ooh, okay, so probably a couple of things. One, the fact that it's given me so much more confidence. I mean, a couple of years ago, I would never dare talk on camera or even like record myself like I'm doing now. Like, if someone had said to me like maybe 4 years ago that I'd have a YouTube channel with nearly 500 subscribers and that I'd be filming chatty videos, I would have told them to fuck off, basically. I was so camera shy and I didn't have much confidence, and that was probably like around like the peak of my anxiety and stuff, and I just wouldn't dare. So it's given me a lot more confidence, for sure. I'm not camera shy now in the slightest, so that's one positive. The second positive would probably be the people that I have met through this platform and having a social platform. That has definitely been a massive highlight. Like, so many people I have met through online communities and the internet, and I can honestly say they're my best friends. So let's think. So Layla, Abby, Courtney, there's so many people. Those are just a few that I can think of off the top of my head really quickly. But I have met all of those people through online platforms and online communities. So for me, the people that I have met through this and through online platforms is probably the best thing about it, because I've literally found my best friends. It's so cliche, but it really is true. I've really found my people by having my Instagram platform, and yeah, it's just so amazing to have like a proper like uplifting and positive community on there, that I can talk to and reach out to, and yeah, it's just, and connect with. It's just amazing. So yeah, probably the people I've met and the people I've connected with, and like a newfound confidence that I never had before, and probably like the opportunities I've had as well, like going to events with Lush, going to like a games night thing at the Floodgate in Birmingham. That was amazing. And like all the lucky like PR products that I get sent from some amazing brands. Like, it's amazing. Like, I really didn't think that a couple of years ago that this is what I would be doing now when I'm 21. I didn't even know this thing, like this career I should say, I didn't even know it existed a few years ago, and I've honestly fell into it by accident. I didn't plan to do this, I really did fall into it by accident, but it's the best accident that ever happened. Honestly, this is like the most like incredible thing, and I didn't even intend on doing it. I didn't even plan to do it. So those are probably the best things that have come out of like my Instagram and like social media and stuff. What's going to be the first thing you do when things are back to normal? Oh my god, so many things. So first thing, go on holiday, because I have now been in the UK for a year and I can't tell you the last time that happened. I literally can't. We are travel bugs in this house, and as soon as we get a chance to go away, we're out of here. So for us to be in the same place for a year, it's a very long time, and I just want a holiday just to switch off, have a break, drink cocktails, read books, sunbathe, you know, explore somewhere different. Like, as much as I love like where I live and stuff, it would be nice just to see somewhere different that I haven't seen before or seen for a very long time. I also want to go on a night out with my dad and get absolutely plastered, because fucking hell have I missed doing that. Like, nights out down the gay village with my dad are literally like my favourite things ever. Yes, I do go on nights out with my dad. That probably sounds really weird, but honestly, we're both party animals. I get it from him, and it's literally such a laugh, and I just love it so much. So I definitely want to go on a night out and get dressed up. I don't know, just do normal shit again, you know? Like going out for meals and doing stuff without worrying about whose bubble's in who and how many people are there, and I don't know, just do normal shit that we used to do this time last year. But also going to concerts. Like, I have missed my concerts so much. It's literally a coping mechanism for me, going to see live music, and I've really missed that. And I think last year I had about 20 concerts cancelled, which have all been pushed back to either this year or like early next year. So I really hope that I can get back to a concert this year, even if it's just one. I mean, obviously all the ones that were supposed to happen, it would be amazing if they could still go ahead. But if I just get to one concert this year, that would be incredible. So yeah, those are probably the things I want to do the most. What's your favourite food? Oh my god, this is hard. I mean, a potato is pretty solid up there, because you've got roast potatoes, elite, Mackey's French fries, top tier. You've got jacket potatoes, again, perfect. So yeah, a potato in a variety of forms is probably up there. Chocolate, duh, like chocolate fudge cake. Who doesn't love chocolate fudge cake? It's brilliant. Probably, I mean, I love Vietnamese pho as well. Oh, that's another thing I want to do. I really want to go and get a bowl of pho with my dad again. Like, oh, if you've never had it before, it's like ramen but without the egg in the top. It's like a noodle soup thing. It's honestly the nicest thing ever. I also love cheese and crackers. Like, I am a sucker for a plate of cheese and crackers. Like, I'm such a granny, it actually hurts. Yeah, I'd probably say those are some of my favourite foods, to be honest. But honestly, I'll eat pretty much anything, as long as it's not got too much dairy in it, because lol, dairy issues. This tea has soy milk in it, just saying. What job would you like to go into after uni, and what's your dream job? Oof, that's really hard, because that's changed a lot in the last couple of years. I went into my degree knowing that I wanted to do like translation or interpreting or something to do with my degree, and that was great. But over the course of this degree, I have just completely fallen out of love with this subject. Like, I almost hate it now at this point, which I know is really sad, but it's just the way that it's been, and like due to the experience that I've had with university. I mean, if you've been subscribed to me for a while or followed me on Instagram since I started university, you'll know that I have pretty much hated it since the beginning. Honestly, if I could go back in time and tell 18-year-old Jade that like you don't have to go to uni even though everybody else is, I would go and tell her not to do it, because it honestly has been one of the worst things I've ever done. And loads of people say uni's like the best thing they ever did and like the best years of their life. For me, this has probably been the worst. I have never felt more sleep deprived, stressed, inadequate, stupid, like you name it. It really has been one of the worst things I've ever done. So I would probably go back and tell 18-year-old Jade just to do what makes her happy, and just, you know, that following the crowd isn't always the best thing. But honestly, I really enjoy social media. Like, I do this in my own time alongside a full-time degree, and it is a hard balance, but I make it work because I love it. So probably something to do with social media right now would be a job that I would like to go into. I'd like to explore this more. I don't know if I'd like to do my own platforms full time. I'd quite like the idea of keeping this as a hobby so that I still enjoy it rather than it becoming a job and then there's the risk of me like falling out of love with it, like I have with my degree, say. But yeah, I mean, either something to do with social media or probably something that involves a lot of traveling, because as I've said before, I love traveling. I don't really like being in the same place for too long because I get bored. I'm like my dad's the same. He can't stay in the same place for too long because he just gets bored, and the wanderlust thing is real. So probably something involving traveling or something to do with social media will probably be the kind of path that I'd like to go into now. But honestly, I don't know, and if something comes up and whatever happens, I'll obviously take it, but I'm not really sure. I had a clear path when I was 18, that has now gone, and I've never been more clueless. So going into being a graduate with absolutely no clue, so we love that, but I'm sure it'll all sort itself out, and I'm trying not to stress about it too much. Whatever happens, and we'll just have to see. So yeah, those are some of the questions that I am going to answer this time round. Sorry if you sent a question in and I didn't get around to answering it this time around. I honestly had more than I thought I would, and if I didn't get around to yours this time, I'm really sorry. But hopefully if you enjoyed this Q&A, let me know in the comments and I can happily film another one. This was such a fun video to film. It's just been so chill, just sitting and having a chat and having a cup of tea. It's been really nice. So if you want me to do another Q&A, let me know in the comments, or DM me on Instagram and just let me know, say, oh I want another Q&A. Thank you for watching. If you got this far, I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, you know the drill by now, guys. Smash a thumbs up for me. It's just a really easy way for me to see whether you enjoy certain videos or not, so I know what to create in the future. And if you are new around here and you like what you see and you like the look of me, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below as well. It would be so good to have you, and I'd absolutely love it if you stayed around for all my future videos and joined the little gang that we've got going on here. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I've talked far too much and I can feel my voice going a bit funny, so I'm going to wrap it up there for this video. But thank you for watching, guys. I love you all loads, and I will see you all soon for a brand new video. Bye, guys.